Wait on fans at, wait on fans at, wait on. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm on live. Uh, wait on fans at. What's up, y'all? Hey, I'm Larry Wallace. I'm be your uh, YouTuber. I'm your YouTuber. What's up? I'm your YouTuber. YouTuber. I'm your YouTuber, everyone. Good morning. I'm Larry Wallace. It is 9:34 Eastern Standard Time. 9:34 in the morning. And wait on fans. Wait on fans. Oh, I got my boots on the ground. Wait on fans at y'all. So I am a proud daddy. Anybody can be a father, but can anybody be a daddy? It gotta come from your heart. Your heart. Your heart. Only now, hey daddy, do your kids call you daddy or father? See, them the things, them the key points in life to be a daddy or a father. Now we know that Father's Day is Sunday, this coming Sunday. But can it be Daddy Day? Hey, Daddy Day or Father's Day? Maybe I can have a Daddy Day party one day, somehow, some way. Now, I would love, and I'm from Baltimore City, folks, because I gotta let the world know, because I am a YouTuber, and YouTube is all over the universe. It's way better than Facebook. Facebook, you can learn like elementary, and then you graduate from middle school, from elementary to middle school, from middle school to high school. Transition. My daughter transitioned from elementary to middle school, from middle school to high school. And it's kind of funny, and it's a blessing how I was there through the transition, the entire transition. And I'm not putting any fathers, any daddies down, because I have to give myself credit. I am giving myself credit, baby. Who else gonna give me credit? Only thing people been giving me on Facebook was downers. But this is YouTube now. I am a YouTuber. Welcome to YouTube, folks. Welcome to YouTube. You are now on Larry YouTube podcast show. So, today I am happy again because my daughter graduated from middle school to high school. And I am thinking, I am getting my ducks in order. We will be moving somewhere into a beautiful home. Beautiful. Beautiful. From rags to riches. Beautiful. I'm going in an empty house and buy everything totally brand spanking new. All right, so I want y'all to follow me from rags to riches. Again, remember rags to riches, the first go round? I learned so much that people will be around you when your success comes. And then when you're not so success, they would disappear. So basically, I don't need nobody to be around me with my success. No. Make your success and keep it moving. I was so happy for my first success. I didn't gave the world. Look, and then all of a sudden you see people vanish and disappear when your success stops. People will be with you and while your success, and but it's okay. I am so proud of you, and you. But if y'all been around me, I wanted y'all to know that, hey, you have your ups and you have your downs. And it's funny how people would tell me, man, why are you putting everything on Facebook? Facebook. I hate when people tell me that. You putting all your business on Facebook. I hate that. It's my life. I just had to tell my cousin today. My cousin called me and told me, but he said, man, I said, listen, you are one of the good private guys. I'm not. I am a venture. I am a daredevil. I hang off a cliff. I hang off bridges, roof. I travel. I do stuff different than you. You came up as a sportsman, sports person. You different. I'm different. So this is for all the people who telling me what not to do. I am a venture. I vent out. I do different stuff. I'm different than everybody. I am me. You are you. So for y'all to tell me not to do this, this is me. I'm not breaking no law. The thing about it, I'm not breaking no law. What I do, I want people to learn from what I do. They can do the same thing. I came from I was getting ready to say something, and I thought about it. I came from the mud. And if y'all been following me, I've been through the mud. My daughter, Mackenzie, people is trying to drag my daughter through the mud. People is trying to take my daughter from me. People is trying to have my daughter taken from me. People is jealous of my daughter. People will throw some lies out there that things happen to my daughter that's not true. People will put stuff in people's mind that he did this to his daughter, which is not true. People is trying to have my daughter taken from me. And every time they fail. So how do you feel by keep failing? People also lie to say my daughter failed twice and 2 grades behind. People don't even know why my daughter is 1 grade behind. Because people wasn't there. It is so much jealousy going on out here in the world that people will hurt people. If you already hurt, you're going to try to hurt other people so they can be like you because you hurt. Y'all don't hear me, do y'all? Y'all don't hear. Let me say it again. Hurt people. Y'all heard it before. Hurt people. So I grew up with rats. I used to set rat traps when I was a kid. Them big old traps. When I was living on McCabe Avenue, me and my brother Leon had to put rat tracks down the basement. Put some cheese on that thing. And then later on you'll hear something, pop! And my mother used to send me down the basement to open up that big old rat trap, shake that rat in the trash can, and reset that rat trap, because that trap costs money. That's what I used to do when I was a kid. See, y'all new generation don't know what I've been through. I've been through the ringer. And for somebody out here and people out here trying to ruin my credibility, I don't care. And y'all gotta be mindful for when people talk about people, y'all need to evaluate them who talks about people. Have y'all ever noticed that? I done met some big wheelers in my taxi cab. By the way, I'm Larry the Celebrity Cab Driver YouTuber. For people who don't know who Larry the Celebrity Cab Driver is, Google me. Google Larry the Celebrity Cab Driver. You can't take that from me. You can't take my knowledge. You can't take my brain. You cannot take what I've been through. You cannot take when I travel and been through. I've been through the ringer, people. I know how to catch a rat. I ain't talking about no mouse. I'm talking about a rat bigger than a cat. I've been catching rats since I was 7 years old. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. So for all y'all trying to destroy my character, you got to know where I've been through, where I came up. I always want to be a venture. I always hung off roof and buildings and jumped roof to one roof. When I was a kid, I was playing on top of the roof. Some of y'all scared of height. I used to jump from one roof to another roof, and you look way down. If I would have missed that jump, I would have killed myself. And I was doing this when I was a kid. I was walking on swings when I was a kid in the yard on McCabe Avenue. My mother had swings. I had pigeon coops. I raised Doman pigeons. A Doman was a bar on Glenwood and York Road. Their Doman pigeon, their watchdog. See, a Doman is a watchdog, right? Their Doman pigeon roamed around and made his way down to McCabe Avenue, to my backyard. I said, and I didn't know that was a watchdog or vicious dog. He had a license on him and everything. Look, the dog came to me. I pet the dog, and I had him for a little while. I put him in my backyard and I made him a pet. Some kind of way he got out. But look, that dog could have tore me up. You cannot be afraid of dogs, people. When they smell your fierceness, they're gonna attack you. So I'm only telling y'all that it's hard for someone to try to break me down, man. I've been there, done that. I moved out my mother's house when I was 15 years old. I shacked up with this girl named Kathy Bellamy up in Edgewood, Maryland. She passed, rest in peace. But I moved all the way there. I had a car when I was a kid. Come on, I was one of the first grandson, cousins was driving when I was a kid. Ask my generation. I was one of the only kids driving, and only people know is my cousins, my family, my generation. Everybody didn't have a license. I was one of the only ones when I was a kid. Come on, people, this is not new. Now everybody got their license now. But I'm just saying, I'm one of the original ones. I know a lot of people. I know a lot of serious people. I know a lot of OGs. I just didn't come up and blanked out the bottle like Genie. Look, I'm telling y'all, folks, let me live. Let me mind my business. Let me do me. I went to Ocean City, Maryland, lived there for 5 years. In the winter, in the summer, in the cold, in the sleet, and I party and hardy and did construction work. I was there when Hurricane Gloria swept through, and all these hurricanes come through the boardwalk and stuff, and everybody had to vacate and vacant and get out of town. I lived that world. I lived that life. Then I moved to Las Vegas. I ventured out. I lived that life for 2 years. Come on, people. It's hard to break a person like me. I have experience. A lot of y'all don't even experience or didn't even experience what I experienced. You know, I've been with every woman in the world, every kind of woman in the world. I put tuxedos on and dressed up and went out to rich and famous parties. I remember one time I went to Radio 1 25th anniversary party when Beyonce was there, Jay-Z, Joe Jackson, Eric Benet, all these people and more was there. I was there. I didn't have no tickets. I was dressed up and I kept walking and I made it in. And I had a big old camera and I had the press on my shirt. I was taking and recording and filming for years, people. I'm not new to this. So, I'm just saying, people, I'm not bragging about everything, but I need to let people know that, look, a lot of people, and some of y'all my haters, you know, for all my haters, it's okay. Y'all had to get where I've been. And that ain't gonna happen. Most of y'all is gonna have fake pages. Most of y'all is gonna talk about some other people. That's what most of y'all gonna do. Y'all gonna talk about other people. You're gonna make fake pages. And that's what people do. They just wanna get on social media and talk about people. But I'm gonna continue living and continue shining and continue venturing and continue having big dreams. I have big dreams, people. I have big dreams. I came into a lot of money one time. And guess what I did with it? Gave it away. I gave money away like it was grew off of trees. And a lot of people let money make them. I don't let money make me. You know, I wanted everybody to be happy because there's a lot of people need money. And y'all be surprised, the people who have money, a lot of people gonna come to you with problems. And guess what? Everybody came to me with problems. Family members. And I helped everybody out. I didn't turn nobody down. All the people who came to me, I helped them out. I really did. Everybody. And people wasn't even coming to me. If I would see them, I can see through their pain. I can see through their suffering. I was helping. I was giving. And I gave my last dollar away with not even sweat. You know why? Because God sits high and look low. And I did this because I'm one of God's angels. God put things in my life so I can distribute it, just give it. Because God sent angels out here to do his work. I'm one of God's angels. And angel comes in all kind of ways. God has angel, and the devil had people who like to do harm to people. So the people who work for the devil and people who work for God. I work for God. And if y'all don't understand who work for the devil and who work for God, y'all see what people do. When people do harm and do mean things and try to do this and constantly, you're not going to have no good luck. It's karma. They're going to come back and get you. For instance, right? People call me every day and tell me what people are doing to me, right? So this was brought up yesterday. A person said that when I get evicted, they going to record and film everything, right? And then the people say, well, this person's on Section 8 talking this and own a house. I said, well, you know what? Maybe I need to record that person when they get put out of Section 8. Because if you're on Section 8, you cannot own a house. You can't. And I said, okay, well, that person can record me getting evicted, and I can record them getting put out of Section 8. Right? So, what good for the goose, good for the gander. So the thing about it, when people try to do harm to people, you have to make sure you squeaky clean. How are you going to be like dishonest in life and try to be cruel to people? That's what I'm saying, folks. Listen, for everybody who trying to do evil to people, right? Y'all don't even think before y'all do evil. Hurt people. I'm telling you, people. Everybody is not going to like what goes on, how people treat others. Because people going to say, wait a minute, this person is being cruel and mean to this person, and this person doing this and that. See, people need to really think before you strike. See, I think about my daughter, right? So when everybody come to me with evil spirit, guess what be in my mind? An evil spirit. But guess what? I think before I strike. Because if you think, you'll say, well, if this happened, consequence comes behind a reaction. Every consequence is a reaction. Every reaction is a consequence. You can flip it, twist it, and shake it around. It's still going to be the same thing. Like, for instance, if you do evil, right, evil going to do you. You cannot do evil for evil. Y'all know how evil was coming to me since 2019 on social media. Ever since I did this rent situation, this crab house in Middle River, I record and interview people and walk the beat and all that. Evil paid evil to try to break me down. And everybody joined the winning team or the even team. You can either go for even evil team, or you can go for God. Evil God, devil God, right? Everybody that I blocked on social media went on to an evil page just to talk about me. I'm just saying. So y'all got to think about evil spirit and godly spirit. I live godly. All right. So I just want to get y'all to understand who I am and whose I am. I don't bother nobody. Every time evil comes to me, and then I talked about the evil coming to me. And I'm going to continue doing that. I'm going to let y'all know. I'm going to point out the evil people. And then y'all do your own investigation on the evil people. I don't have to investigate evil. I want people to understand when people start talking about people, y'all need to see, okay, let me check you out. Let's see how squeaky clean you are. That'll stop a lot of people from being evil to people. If y'all listen to me and understand what I'm talking about, that's why a lot of people make fake pages so they can talk about people, because they already know they got junk in the trunk. I'm telling you, look, I always talk about people who talked about me. And basically, I don't have to do a investigation. You got to. Stop believing the hype, folks. Stop listening to people. Start Googling people who talking about you. Because the same way they talked about me, they're going to talk about you too when they get upset with you. So I want y'all to have an upper hand on people. Already Google them. Already have them just in case. If they start messing with you, you already got something on them. That's it. I got a shitload of stack of stuff on everybody just in case when it's their time to mess with me, I can just pull a file, bam, and you out there. That's it. So this is worldwide. This is world. And the person that close to you, right, is the one that you gotta watch. Let me say it again. The person that you don't think, the leastest person that you don't think they're out to get you, they the ones that get you. So keep a close eye on everything. Don't let your guards down. Don't give nobody your information. Only people who get information, they gotta be licensed and bond. Because, for instance, cab drivers, right? We license and bond. When people give us their credit card and we gotta swipe their credit card and all that, if something happened to your credit card, we license and bond, and your bond will cover stuff. But if people not licensed and bond, and if you give them your credit card, they're gonna rip you off. They're gonna keep your numbers and go and do everything they can do. So you got to, when people are saying that they license contractor and license IRS people, they ain't even got no high school diploma and no license. How they license and bond? You can say anything and write anything down. Well, y'all gotta call the state of Maryland and see if this person licensed and bonds. Y'all gotta do your homework. Don't let nobody come and say I'm licensed and bond and y'all believe that. You know, papers, anybody can make a license and paper, but y'all gotta make phone calls and call the state of Maryland and say, is this contract, is this license and bond? Do your homework. And stop listening to people because they cry. Oh, he's doing this to me. Oh. People know how to fake that. People know how to fake tears come out their eyes. Y'all want to see tears come out my eyes? Hold up. All you got to do is think about something tragic, and tears will come out your eyes. Don't believe the hype. Stop, stop feeling sorry for the devil. Don't feel sorry for the devil, people. People doing devilish stuff. What's the motive? What is the motive? Why people mess with people? It's a motive. And I learned all that. I learned the motive. Why are people coming for Larry Wallace? Why are people trying to take Larry Wallace's daughter? Because she's a queen. She's smart. She's beautiful. She's not a runaway. You know, you got people 14 years old run away from home for 2 years. And you still getting SSI. If the person living with somebody else for 2 years, they supposed to get that SSI. You're not continue you're supposed to turn the SSI in and say you can discontinue because she's no longer here. Somebody else taking care of. You got people running away for 2 years, living with other families, and you still receiving SSI from that person. You milking the system. You working the system. So when people come for people, y'all gotta be squeaky clean. There's so much that on people who talks about you. I mind my business. But, you know, you gotta be mindful. You know, y'all gotta be mindful when people come after y'all. If you ain't squeaky clean, don't mess with people. Because when they start pulling your rap stuff up and start putting your stuff out, you the one who started this race. And I'm gonna finish it. I don't never come for people. If y'all noticed it, I don't come for y'all. Y'all come for me. And then when I expose y'all, it's a problem. But it's fine when y'all try to expose me. But I tell my own story. I've been in special ed since elementary school. LSD, SLD, slow learning department. But guess what? I'm street smart. Some of y'all book smart. Some of y'all book smart and street smart. I'm book smart and street smart. I'm both. I didn't graduate from high school. I didn't even lie on my application either, like most of y'all lying on your application, making like y'all got y'all GED. Y'all a high school dropout, just like me. So stop making like y'all better than somebody and be yourself. Let life accept you as you are. Let the people accept you as you are. People, if y'all don't accept me as I am, I don't care. I don't care if you don't like me. Why should I care if you like me or not? I like myself. My daughter like me. I'm her daddy. It's a difference when you're a daddy and a father. I'm Larry Wallace. And guess what? I approve this message and I hope y'all learn something from being a daddy and a father. Have a blessed day and I'll see y'all later on. And remember, follow me. And remember this too. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. All right? See ya later. Alligator, catch it wild, crocodile.